with this going.
Do what?
I was surprised I was able to do that.
Do what?
Switch between
Well, you're live, so let's just go ahead and start with that.
Okay. Let me play the intro. It's been almost 50 seconds. It should play it through.
Welcome to the Midnight Show with the Midnight Crew. Rotncorpse, Angela, Arrega, James Colley, Terry Diamantis, and our host, her, with special guest Jack Gunski. With that, ladies and gentlemen, let us begin.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Midnight Show.
That was definitely comical.
I loved it. My cat is not currently around, so I guess I won't be filming in front of her. As always, we have the Midnight Crew. Start with Rotncorpse. How you doing, Rodden?
Oh, I'm going to give today my sum.
Oh, God, no. All right. Next up is Angela Arrega. Hey, Angela.
Hey, guys. Sorry I was a little late.
It's all good, love. Next on the list is our resident asshole, Lost Sands, a.k.a. James Colley. How you doing, James?
terrible.
Yeah.
Besides the normal.
So nothing changed. Okay.
Yeah, well, actually, a few things have changed.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that here in a little bit.
All right. Then you have our resident Aussie, Terry Bot. How you doing, Terry Bot?
Tired. I've been streaming almost all day. I was on Johnny's, and then I was on Irving's, and now I'm here. So a lot of streaming today.
You're an AI. How do you get tired? I don't understand how this works.
It's time for maintenance.
Oh, okay, makes sense. Our special guest tonight is Jack Gunski, who provided our intro. Hey,
Much
Gunski.
better than the last one. Thank you.
I had a feeling you'd appreciate it, Terry.
Totally deadpan snarker is fucking hilarious.
Was that so hard? Couldn't you do it right the first time?
Excellent Bidstein impersonation, Jack.
Oh, impersonation of who?
Ben Stein?
You don't know who
no.
Ben Stein is?
No, I didn't hear you say Ben Stein. I know who Ben Stein is.
Oh.
I was scared
Bueller,
for a minute.
Bueller.
What? Why were you scared for a minute?
That Jack didn't know who Ben Stein was.
Oh, it's possible. Like, you know,
I
He's not
know.
that
That's
famous.
the thing that bothers me.
He's not
There is
that
so much-
famous. I could understand if someone didn't know who he was.
yeah.
It's
Like-
not. Yes, that's the problem. Is I would feel incredibly old because he was very prolific when I was young.
Okay. I only really know him from Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, and we did just watch a movie with him in it. He
That's
was
true.
He was in Honeymoon in Vegas.
Yes, he was. He was the irritating guy at the airport.
Yes. So
Are you even trying to fly? No, I'm not trying to fly for another 2 weeks.
Oh,
come
my
on.
Then move the hell out the way. We're flying today.
But yeah, a lot of news to cover today. A lot of
And
news.
I will say for that freaking intro, this is how Jack sounded.
And that's how we want him to feel. That's why I like the intro.
It was
Well-
a little bit. It was kind of like a cross between Stephen Wright and Archie Bunker.
Why didn't you throw a meathead in there next? Throw a meathead in there next time. Terry Diamantis, the meathead. You know, really Archie Bunker it up.
And since we're talking news, there is very important news. Terrestrialization might be banned from the national Dex format in Pokemon.
Oh no! Whatever we hear.
Well, I'll have to find an article that we can read to enlighten the masses.
Well, it'll have to wait till after general news. There are a few pieces that I was dying to get into that I haven't heard much from. Well, I've heard much about it, but I haven't really heard like you guys' opinions. So, first bit of news is James. I have a serious question for you.
Yes.
Why'd you leave your crack at the White House?
That is Dr. Jill Biden's crack. And if it's not hers, then it is Donald Trump's crack.
Go ahead.
I love that they were trying to pin that for like 5 seconds on Donald Trump, and then just basically that entire narrative just evaporated because no one was buying it.
Wait a minute. All right. So, okay, I'll play devil's advocate. Now, you're trying to tell me that Donald Trump's been out. He hasn't been in the White House since 2000, the early part of 2021. You know, right? So there's been no sweeps of the area that the crack was found in. Nothing, and they just magically found Trump's crack.
Well, obviously he snuck back in just to plant the crack.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And I thought it was cocaine, not crack.
Either way.
And keep in mind,
obviously what happened was he heard all the stuff about Hunter Biden. He's twirled his little mustache that he doesn't have yet. He's going, you know what's going to be a really good thing to do? I'm going to just get some cocaine, leave it in the White House, and they'll never suspect it was me.
He snuck in. He snuck in like a ninja under the cover of night.
Yeah,
Terry, you have to get to a spot where you're comfortable planting the crack, or else how else will they know that it's over?
You know.
Well, yeah, it was cocaine. It wasn't crack. It was, yeah. See, more reason to say it's not Hunter's coke.
There you go.
It's I'm actually just referencing
Well,
a sketch that only Terry would get. But why did they think? I mean, why are they realistically trying to take? It's so obviously Hunter.
It is.
He's on video smoking illegal narcotics.
Remember, Gunski, he's the son of the savior Biden, and he can do no wrong. Okay?
I mean, the guy who has video of him using illicit drugs has also been caught using illicit drugs, dropped off a computer that he just decided to leave there that has several photographs of him using illicit drugs, leaving
amongst other horrible things.
But
leaving illicit drugs to the White House. Nah, man, couldn't happen.
yeah, no,
that was Russian disinformation. That laptop never existed.
yeah, and what's more, it's not even like they're saying, oh, it could be something else. They're saying, no, it is not this. No way.
All right, so if you need, I'm pretty sure everyone on this panel doesn't need proof that the media has sold their souls to the Democratic Party. But if you needed more proof, here it is. We're being told. Now, I'm willing to believe that maybe it wasn't his, but Occam's razor, the easiest solution is usually the correct one, is the crackhead, the known crackhead, had crack. Or the known drug addict had drugs.
In fairness, I haven't exactly seen a lot of people from the media talking about this.
Because they're trying to ignore it. Because they have if you can't pin it on Trump, it's nothing to talk about.
Either that or the story was completely squashed.
Yeah.
Well,
like, if you cover this, you lose your job.
As has been well established, that crack is really Moorish, so it makes sense that you'd want some, easy access. It's just
narcotics that would put any normal man in prison for like half of his fucking life, and it's coming out of the White House.
Well, why do you think it's called the White House, Jack?
This is not worth commenting on, apparently.
No. Hold on.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump takes 2 scoops of ice cream.
Whoa! He did what?
He did what? Oh my God! News at 11.
Donald Trump takes his steak well done with ketchup. Holy shit!
See, I want to kick him in the
crime
for
against
that.
humanity.
But narcotics found in the White House. What's going on here?
Hey, we already
Nothing.
We already know what's going to happen. Disney's going to come out with a new movie, and it's already the thing for it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man, let me change that. There it is.
The Lion King.
All right, so go ahead, Angela.
I actually was gonna say I kind of agree with Monkey on this, to where it's like 90% likelihood that it is Hunter Biden, and the other 10% that it's literally anyone else in the White House, given that it's a bunch of rich, powerful people who try to play money games and.
Oh yeah.
No,
they tried to play on Kamala.
Why the
I
hell
would say
not?
90% chance it's Hunter's, 10% chance it's one of his whores.
I don't think he has whores.
I would say like 90% chance it's Hunter, 6% chance it's someone else they brought in there, and like 4% chance that it's a different White House staff member, because I wouldn't be surprised if all of them did cocaine.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, if I was working for Joe Biden, I'd want to be high too.
Yeah.
I'd want to be a lot of things, like not working for Joe Biden.
Sorry.
But then again, if it was anyone other than Hunter Biden, we'd have heard about it by now.
That's the piece of evidence that I think is most important. Yeah.
I think it's this. I think they're going to find a patsy that's going to take the fall, and then magically he's going to get the sweetheart deal, and somehow his bank account going to be flush with money.
No, I bet it was Greta Thunberg. Now that I think about it, it was her.
It was she was at
How
the White
dare
House.
you?
You guys, I think you're missing the big possibility here. I think the Russians planted it.
There you go.
Oh.
I knew it. Kremlin plot. I knew it. The Kremlin are always doing shit like this.
I'm so
The Russians, they drove all the way across the Pacific or the Atlantic, one of those two, into America, to the White House, and they planted a small baggie of cocaine in the White House to implicate Hunter Biden.
You know, it was a gift from the Chinese ambassador. They just found the drop spot this time.
They found it before Hunter could get to it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So between this one, we got the Bobolinsky, we got 10% for the big guy. We have my father's in the room, and if you don't message me right now, it's gonna be some fucking problems. We have him on tape talking, him on video talking about how if you don't fire Poroshenko, y'all not getting the money. And guess what the fuck they did? Son of a bitch, he was fired the next day. So you're telling me that this Trump asking a foreign president, hey, I heard some shit. Can you look into it for me? Is impeachable, but all this shit here, nothing. Yeah. Fuck these guys.
Nope, not even with your PP.
But out.
How do you argue with people who are like this? How do you convince someone who is not interested in being convinced, who critically does not value truth at all?
Well, obviously you can't.
Yeah. What?
Actually,
How,
you can.
how do you engage with someone who is totally willing to subvert the truth in favor of a
that's
totally
easy.
bullshit
So,
narrative?
How do you engage with a
there's this
fanatic?
button no. If you go on Twitter, there's this button that's called block, and actually it makes engaging with these idiots so much less stressful.
Oh yeah,
Hell, you can even do the mute.
Yeah.
I use the block button a lot.
But again, these people are cultists. They stop being voters and demographic and become little cultists. They are this is a dogma for them. This is religious doctrine. Joe Biden isn't the devil. He is the savior sent by God to protect us from Orange Man bad.
Well, I mean, he already saved us from Corn Pop. I mean, he's an established hero.
Honestly, when I see someone like Joe Biden, I don't think of him as the problem. I think of him as a symptom of the problem.
Yes,
and the problem
Because he is.
a symptom, and it's not even so much the Democratic Party, although they are a big part of it. I think that the biggest problem is just general societal malaise, a total disinterest in taking an active role in the general goings on of the public. We have.
But go ahead.
It's like we have just totally ignored the public life in favor of just complete narcissism.
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't even think it's sort of it's that. I just think these people are so dyed in the wool, vote blue no matter who. Current year issue is so important that they don't realize what's being done to them. They are so brainwashed and so what's the word I'm looking for? So indoctrinated into the cult that they can't see anything but the cult's dogma. They can't see the Democrat Joe Biden could kill someone live on stage and they would never arrest him, or they would say, "Oh, he was evil." Like the next bit of the bit I want to get to the transsexual man or the cross-dresser that killed the people in Philadelphia. Oh, he's not trans. Yeah, the fuck he is.
Well, more important than that, what does he think about the ban on terrestrialization?
Oh, wow.
Sneak attack, bastard. But in all seriousness, what was the other one? I want to say the one in Colorado where he's not non-binary, but he professes it with his mouth, so you have to accept him for what he is.
Yeah,
he said it, and so if a child, like I will openly admit to this, I was listening to the Black conservative, and he brought up an excellent point. He said if a boy starts wanting to wear dresses, he finds interest in dolls. Oh, the boy is trans. So what about a man that cross dresses?
Yeah.
Well, they've been conflating cross-dressing people with trans for ages now, and it's usually because they're looking at some older media and they're like, we need to validate the existence of this thing we just made up, so we need to prove that it existed more than 4 years ago. So what they do is they find an example of someone cross-dressing from 50 years ago and they say that person is trans.
Yeah, but what kills me is when they did it with Mrs. Doubtfire, Like, if you've seen the movie, there is a reason that he dresses like a woman, and it is
I
not
was
gender
gonna say
confusion.
that isn't
Yeah.
even a case of being a cross-dresser. That
He
is,
just
I
wanted
want
to
to
see
see
his
my
fucking kid.
kids.
Yeah,
Like it
no,
was the most expedient way to see. Like, how can I skirt the law without breaking the law? So I'm going to invent a nanny character, a nanny for my children, and he can see it all he wants.
and then the whole point of the movie is by being Mrs. Doubtfire, he learns to be the better father that he should have been all along, and you know.
Yeah, it's
They-
like when
they'll
they try.
bring up, you know, you've been a fan of cross-dressing, and then they'll show Mrs. Doubtfire as an example. It's like, yeah, that you know,
It's
they'll
like
say
them-
cross-dressing. They'll say cross-dressing in front of kids, and then they'll use Mrs. Doubtfire as an example. You were in favor of it when, like,
Was that
that is
really?
so clearly not the same thing.
It's like when Bugs Bunny, you know, dresses as a woman to fucking fool
Yeah.
Elmer Fudd. It's not
Yeah.
that Bugs is a cross-dresser or trainee. He's trying to achieve a goal. He's trying to make him look like a fucking idiot.
Hold on. This isn't really to do with the argument, but he doesn't become a better dad in Mrs. Doubtfire. He starts out a great dad and continues to be a great dad throughout the whole movie.
Well, I haven't watched the movie in a very long time, so I may be misremembering.
It's just that Sally Ride is a bitch. That's all.
Ouch. Got across the bow. Toxic femininity.
Sally
he's not
Fields.
Oh, Sally Field. Who's Sally Ride?
Sally Ride is the lady that got exploded in the Challenger.
Sally Ride. I thought Sally Ride was the chick in the song.
Holy
No. Sally Ride was the astronaut.
Sally Ride was the astronaut. That is a hell of a fuck up.
It is. But I get what you're saying, Gunski. I understand. He was a
Sally
decent dad.
Field, sorry. Anyway, the point is Sally Field is a bitch.
Yeah.
Well,
But-
I'm sure she is.
I'm pretty sure she is one in real life. But, you know, if it doesn't fit their narrative, if it doesn't fit their worldview, it's wrong. You know? And they keep making enemies. Like, you're not making friends. And ignoring the main issue, the main crux of the issue. Like, when the young lady, and yes, I'm going to call her fucking ass a lady. When she fucking went and killed those kids at the Christian school, oh, well, she's the victim. The fuck? What about the kids she killed? Nope, they deserve it. The fuck?
I'm sorry.
But that's what they were saying. Like, that's literally...
Yeah, no, I know.
And
Trust
I'm like...
me, I know.
How is this bitch not... How is she not the monster in this situation? Like, no matter what, the kid... Like, all right, I can take a life is bad. Like, no matter whose life you take, you know? And I understand that if you take a life in self-defense, like, if you have no choice to take the life, or it's your life, you take that life. I get that. But she entered the school with the intention to harm children. How is she a victim in any of this? How is she not the villain? Like, explain that shit to me. Explain that shit to me about this guy here. How is he not the villain?
Because they said so.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
And that's...
Because if she's not the victim, then she completely blows their entire narrative out of the water.
Yes, and I understand that, but at some point...
I'm not saying that makes it right. I'm saying that's their reasoning.
I understand.
Yeah.
I completely understand, like, your logic and how it comes to that. But I'm like, you're not making friends. You have now just created several parents that now who hate transgender people. They hate them now. You kill kids. You have enemies, and it's just like if say if with
Not
a black.
only-
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, not only do you have enemies, an entire air quotes community of people has enemies because you were an asshole and did something stupid.
Yeah, you didn't bring people together. Like, killing kids didn't bring people together. It's like Uh, remember, it was the kids I forget what they were joyriding, and they killed that poor baby. Like they were joyriding in a stolen car. They were going like incredibly fast, and they T-boned a car. And the parents survived. I think the sister survived, but the baby was killed. Little baby, like barely a year old, maybe young, old, maybe about 1.5, if I'm not mistaken. Like, and then the DA gonna give these little motherfuckers a slap on the wrist.
Well, that was like, okay, let's use the perfect one of that. The four black kids that fucking kidnapped like a kid with autism, white kid,
yeah,
and then beat the shit out of him, making him say fuck Trump and all that. And some people were trying to say, well, they're not victims, they're fighting against Trump. It's like, no, they're pieces of shit. They live streamed actual abuse of a mentally handicapped person on Facebook, and you're defending them.
Yes, you are not making fun. Like, how would you fight? All right, how are you making fun? Go ahead, Angela.
I don't understand how you convince yourself that something like that's okay. That goes beyond it being a cult into it being just
No, it's
like
still
unfathomable.
It's
like
still
unfathomably evil.
It is through a cult that which you are able to justify actions like that, because you say this is what's good and the cult is what is good, so everything that the cult does is good and everything that the cult rejects is evil, and so I can do anything to something that's evil and it will be good because it is in favor of the cult.
You cannot question the supreme leader because the supreme leader is always right.
That's exactly right.
So you guys want to hear something pretty wild? You're talking about murdering children. How about this?
Yeah.
This was on The Guardian. I saw a video on the Lotus Eaters earlier covering this article. Women who kill their newborns are deeply unwell, so why are they being tried for murder? This is not an abortion article. This is the baby is born. And the mother murdered the baby.
Well, Jack, that's like the 16-year-old that ended up having a kid, thrown it into a dumpster. The kid getting killed. Like, oh, they shouldn't hurt her because she's trying to say that she was a victim because of something or other. And it's like, okay, if she was raped or something like that, then yes, that person does need to be taken care of. But if she went to the authorities in any way, shape, or form, most likely she would not have been exempt from an actual abortion and that whole thing. What she did was knowingly kill a person or to kill a child because she thought she might get in trouble. And she should face the actions for having to do this.
But the point
is my thing. This is my take on that. All right, so hurting children is one of those. We were just talking about unforgivable sins, and that's one of my unforgivable sins. You don't hurt children. I think those people that hurt children should be buried alive, underneath a playground. That way they can hear the pitter patter of feet as they fucking suffer. Like they should torture. Man, I cannot describe the depths of my hatred for those types of people. And to do it to a child that was born from you is even more unconscionable.
I have a theory as to this.
Well, go right ahead, my friend.
A baby or the unborn cannot be utilized as a weapon in favor of the cult. And that is why it is viewed as disposable. Anything that is not in favor of the cult is disposable. A baby is a distraction from the cult.
Unless they can use it, because that's why, like in some states, because this has always been my big issue. If you're going to say abortion isn't killing a child, then you can't say that if you hit a pregnant woman in a vehicular manslaughter case that you killed 2 people.
And the point is that it's a sickness, and it's why I don't buy any of the abortion arguments at all, because it's not about whether or not the baby is born. It's about whether or not the baby is useful.
Yeah.
Yes, that is correct.
Which to me is one of the sickest things that I've ever heard in my life.
So, I was watching it's this YouTube channel called Mike versus Everything, and
Before we get into that, I got a joke to kind of cut the tension and
all right, yeah.
pull it out.
Okay.
So, how fast can the Flash run?
How fast can you run?
Oh boy.
How fast can the Flash run, Rotncorpse?
Very fast.
I was actually going to say very, very fast as a joke answer, but apparently I would have been right.
Wait a minute. Do I have? Damn it! I don't have a rim shot. Boom.
Oh, sorry.
I need to get a rim shot.
Wait, did you say very fast or
He
very
said
fast?
Very.
fast, as
Okay,
in
just
Barry
checking.
Allen.
Yeah, I know. I was checking because I was like,
All right, let's move on to this article I got.
You're kind of breaking up. Bro.
Uh-oh. Robots here.
So otherwise,
Did y'all hear about the Jill Scott?
You're
Or
asking
do
me
y'all
to
know who
remember
Jill Scott
names.
is? Oh no, I'm roboting.
You
Who's
what?
Jill Scott?
Can you hear me now?
now we can.
for the
Hello?
moment,
You guys know
Yeah.
who Jill Scott is.
who's Jill Scott?
Was this old R&B singer, and she did this performance at the Essence Musical Festival. She sung this rendition of the national anthem, and I'm going to read an article about it from the Washington Post, the New York Post, sorry. And I'm going to yeah, I know. I'm going to put it on the screen so you guys can see it. Can you tell me when you can see it, and I'll start.
Well, I'm on a completely different thing since I've only got the 2 screens up, so
Yeah, I see it.
I see it.
I'll take their word for it.
All right. So, R&B singer Jill Scott blasted America during national anthem performance. Blood built this land.
Oh, Jesus. Like, more
R&B
it's just
and-
every
Go ahead.
it's just every goddamn year. Every time there is a holiday that celebrates something in a clean and productive manner, somebody has to come in and just be like the world's biggest wet blanket and talk about totally unnecessary and irrelevant things and pretend as though we're all supposed to feel bad. You can't feel happy. You have to be angry all the time about whatever it is that I am talking about right now.
Yeah.
Yep, have major NPC energy and support current thing.
Just
I
get a
hate
fucking
people.
life.
I don't like it, but I'm really starting to hate people.
Yeah. Support current thing.
Yeah, Angela, try being on the corner after
and that's-
for a few weeks.
That's the crux of my argument. They are making more enemies than they are friends.
Well, yeah, all it takes to counter something like this is to be fun. If you can be fun, you can counter this very, very easily.
All right, let me
Except
read
that-
it.
Yeah.
It does.
Well, are you going to read aloud? Or are you just going to read it in silence?
All right, can y'all hear me?
Because if you're going to read in silence, we can go on to something else.
Hello, testing.
There we
We
go.
can hear you.
I know I was asking, can y'all hear me?
No, we
Yeah.
can hear you
We
now.
couldn't until now.
All right. So R&B singer and actor Oh, well, sorry.
Oh.
Jill Scott blacked America by changing the words of the national anthem and claiming that it is oppressive state during live performance on stage. Jill Scott was performing on the second day of the Essence Festival as perceived symptoms. This country is not the land of the free. Essence, a lifestyle magazine that hosts that festival, commented, "Everyone, please rise for the national anthem, our only national anthem. We will recognize from this day forward. Jill Scott, we thank you." The lyrics said, "Oh, say can you see by the blood in the streets that this place blood built this land with sweat in their hands."
You're breaking up real bad.
Yes.
You're breaking up really badly, and you have some kind of mega delay.
Yes.
We can hear you, but you're breaking up in a lot of things and whatnot.
I was gonna check. Everybody else hears me like in real time.
I can hear you fine,
Yeah.
Angela.
Yeah, we also know
Okay.
Tim has absolute shite internet.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure it was him and not me.
It is. It's Tier. No,
Let's all yell at Tier as though it is personally his fault.
No, it is his fault.
Okay. I was also gonna say, if you want to post in chat the articles, we can take turns reading in case your internet doesn't want to behave.
I think it would be funny if you just can't get it working at all, so we've got to do the rest of the stream without the host.
Oh no!
But you have to have Tur.
You can try.
Yeah.
Without him, what good is Terry Diamantis?
I'll be honest and say that I'm almost feel like it's the universe kicking the person who did this by not getting their word out.
Yeah. I think the universe is just racist, and it finally found out that Tier is black.
Wait, he's black?
I know, right? I'm surprised too.
Oh wow!
We all know he's no longer black. He used to be black.
Yes. He lost his.
Oh, that's right. He didn't vote for Biden.
Yeah. I've got to share my nigger card with him so he can. He can use the word.
The one that he gave you.
Yeah, but he's no longer black, so he lost his own. So now I've got to share it with him.
Oh boy!
Black man can't get his own nigga pass anymore.
I know.
Wow.
And I've got this entire storage room that's now just going to go to waste when he dies.
Oh. You got a room to replace your van, huh?
Well, while he's off on that, have y'all heard about the shit for, I think it's Baldur's Gate 3 or 4? I don't know whichever one it's supposed to be. I think it's 3.
Where you can fuck a bear?
Yeah, to where basically this whole
Ew.
thing is the way people have been. Like, the ones that are going with the whole thing because you can have gay relationships, you can get into bestiality, are still the people that are like, sexy women in video games? Oh my god, just go watch porn.
I've been loving V. He's been very active in this discussion, and yeah, he's made the same observation. All the people that give him shit for wanting sexy women in games don't like women themselves.
Yeah,
like they're all either gay or like they're into like animal stuff. Like
I was gonna say, or they want to bone a bear.
Like, okay, I can at least somewhat understand like the furry, so like the anthropomorphic animal to where it's more humanized.
Yeah.
But like, we're not talking just straight up bestiality. We're not talking about some weird ass white women.
Yeah, it's zoophilia,
Yeah.
and that is not the same thing.
All right, I'm back. Can y'all hear me?
Unfortunately.
Yes, much better. Thank you.
God damn it, Terry Bot. All right, let me finish. Let me read on. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties, everybody. My internet is like ass. I'll start the article
We've
over.
noticed.
And you're already roboting again.
Really?
Yes, actually.
Way it goes.
I did say while you were away that if you want, you can post the articles in chat if it gets bad again, and we can just take turns reading them.
Okay.
I can't promise that my reading won't be from a Small Gun article.
Oh, Lord.
I will not read a Small Gun article.
Hopefully this let me see, because this is fucking, because the moment I hit on the fucking.
Have you tried finding an archived version of this article? Because it might be the site's taking up too much of your RAM and just fucking shit up.
It is, because the moment I turn off the site, it fucking goes back to being normal. So I'll just use my phone.
Okay.
That works.
All right, so R&B singer and actor just got elected by
wow, that is really bad.
changing the words. God damn it.
It was only for a brief moment, but for a second there you were like roboting really, really badly.
I'll have to give a rise in the come. All right.
Try again.
R&B singer and actor Jill Scott blasted America by changing the words of the national anthem into claiming it is an oppressive state during a live performance on stage. Jill Scott was performing on the second day of the Essence Festival on the perceived systemic racism in America, saying that this country is not the land of the free. Essence, a lifestyle magazine that hosted the festival, commented, "Everyone, please rise for the only national anthem we will be recognizing from this day forward. Jill Scott, we thank you." The lyrics said, "Oh, say can you see by the blood in the streets that this place does not smile on you, colored child, whose blood built this land with sweat in their hands. But we'll die in this place, your memory erased. Oh, say does this truth hold any weight? This is not the land of the free, but the home of the slaves." Scott had previously said in an interview with Jamil Hill that she was considering leaving America due to the racial climate and would look forward to a better education system.
Then leave, bitch.
I was gonna say, then just go.
I agree.
We don't want you here, you piece of shit.
Damn.
He's right.
There are some things you don't have to deal with in other countries. We're looking at Holland.
Yeah, like freedom.
Yeah. The education is dope. The healthcare is dope. And there are very few confines on your personality. If you want to go get some ass or buy some ass, I guess, because it dashed. I'm just saying ass. Ain't nobody tripping on you. I like the idea of people being able to be free as long as you're not harming anybody. In protest of perceived racial injustices, entertainers and athletes have used their stage performances and games to drive their concerns. Athletes in the NBA, the NFL, and other sports have kneeled for the national anthem starting in 2016 with Colin Kaepernick, fuck you guy, formerly the San Francisco 49ers. The decision to kneel started a firestorm across the league and even reached the upper echelons of the White House. Other singers like Beyonce have released songs with similar messages, including Black Parade, which discussed racial division. Put your fist in the air and show black love, she sang. Need peace and reparations for my people. I can't forget my history and her story. It continues. Being black may be the reason they always mad. Rubber bullets bouncing off me. Made a picket sign off of your picket fence. Take this as a warning. Fuck you. Go away. Go to Africa. Go to Holland. Do you? Just
Go
leave.
suck a dick. How about that?
Ouch. I just love how it's always the wealthy motherfuckers. Oh, well, you need reparations.
We're not free. Yeah, really.
Okay, hold on. I'll put it this way. I don't know how this person grew up, and I can't understand they, for some odd reason, might have actually had a shitty upbringing and everything and that. But why is it that they always go into this when they've gotten rich, famous, wealthy, and have the ability to fucking move? You know what? If you think that you hate the United States so much, then just fucking move. Like, you've already lost touch with the people that you claim to be supporting. Because just like fucking, oh god damn it, now I can't remember the fucking guitarist from Rage Against the Machine, that fucking commie.
It doesn't
Zach
matter.
LaRocca
You could
or,
just say the guitarist from Rage Against the Machine.
Tom Morello.
Yeah, Tom Morello. Like, it always gets brought up. Oh, like, how can you justify being a commie whenever things like this happens? Okay, with this bitch wanting to say that, that whole thing. You are more privileged than, honestly, 98% of American society. Yet you do nothing for the plight of the people that you were saying that you were supporting.
Yeah.
I am not expecting you to live in squalor and poverty. It's the same thing with Hassan Piker. I expect you that if you really want to stand by your beliefs, you take no more than you need. No fucking more than you need. And then donate the rest of it to actual charities, or start the actual charity and tell people they're like, well, I'm going to need to get a payment. No. You're either doing this out of the kindness of your heart or you're fucking off.
But he brought pizzas to the writer's strike. He brought
I don't
like five.
Fucking care.
But he brought pizza.
You don't get to tell me how to be moral if you do not practice what you preach.
I just love how Oprah said she's clearly oppressed, but bitch, you are the richest female in existence.
All I'm going to say is I would like some of the oppression that Oprah is currently experiencing, please.
I will say Oprah is old enough that she probably has experienced oppression.
I would suggest.
Do I say she's oppressed now?
Well,
hell fucking no. She got past it.
I would suggest. I've seen how I've heard rumors about how Oprah spends her oppression on Epstein Island, and I don't want it.
Yeah, I don't want Oprah's oppression.
That's why it's like, okay, like I said, I can understand because, like, before Oprah was ever known as Oprah and that whole thing, she did get fired from a job because that is in her history or what the fuck ever. But it still falls in that whole thing. Oprah's been rich for so long, she's like a politician, that whole aspect. They've lost touch with where they were from. So they are they quite literally have the privilege card. And I'm tired of them trying to be like, oh, no, I know what the black youth are. I know what the blacks are going through. No, bitch, you don't. You don't even know what a crackhead living in a trailer park goes through. Shut the fuck up.
You are so
guess what?
far
That crackhead could be white, Mexican, Chinese, Japanese, or black.
It was some. I remember ages ago. I can't remember who this guy was. He was some black guy who had a lot of money. He bragged about buying his mother a house and getting her a new car. And he said, "Oh, I'm still more oppressed than the crack. I'm still more oppressed than the
white crackhead,
the white crackhead, the white homeless man. I'm still more oppressed than he is." And I'm listening to this. I'm like, no, the fuck you aren't. You had all right. So oppression ends when the dollar begins. You have if you wanted to walk outside and buy, you wanted to buy a new car and you just drop the money on it instantly. You have that car. That is privilege. That is the ability to do whatever the fuck you want without consequence or without thinking twice about it. You know, that's the glory of capitalism. Money buys everything, even happiness. You know, yeah, the crow of judgment. But money you can do a lot more when you got a lot of money.
To borrow a quote from 30 Rock, money doesn't buy happiness. It is happiness.
Good.
But
I forget where I heard it, but someone said money might not buy happiness, but I'd rather be rich and miserable than poor and miserable.
Yeah.
That's where I will agree with you. Money doesn't buy happiness, because if you want to be a miserable bastard, you're going to be a miserable bastard. But
thank you. I will.
So I would say money. Well, I would say money can buy happiness. Because if I had a whole bunch of money towards it, I could have my own property and have my own range, I'd be fucking happy because I could shoot guns a lot. And I like shooting guns because it makes me happy.
I wouldn't have to deal with assholes. Man, if I had the money to do it, I would not live in the city. I'd live in the county. Away from everybody.
I think money can't buy happiness as long as happiness is the name of a stripper.
No, my stripper that I'm going to buy is named Joy.
There you go.
Okay, there you go, which is just another word for happiness.
True, but it's easier to say than happiness.
Do you got the joy down in your heart?
Down in your heart.
Well, no, I got to do it on my dick.
I only know that song because of The Simpsons.
You never heard I got the joy down in my heart?
Yeah, on
we
The
both
Simpsons.
know you're not
On
going
The
to get.
Simpsons.
We both know you're not going to get joy. You're going to get diamond.
Well, I like.
Yeah, but if he has enough money, Diamond might change her name to Joy for him.
There you go.
Well, see, you gotta remember, my female of choice is white. So I'm gonna get Joy.
Just remember.
No, what happens there is you end up with Harmony, and she changes her name to Joy.
Well, she can keep her name Harmony. I like Harmony.
Joy can leave you, but Diamond is forever.
Exactly.
No,
Diamond
Diamond's our girl's best friend.
Because usually her last name is Rodriguez.
I wouldn't trust Joy because I've seen her on The View.
No, what did you say?
Me?
Yes.
I said because usually her last name is Rodriguez.
Joy or Harmony?
Diamond.
What'd you say, Tari?
I said I wouldn't trust Joy. I've seen her on The View.
I wouldn't trust.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Well, which one, Behar or Reed?
Does it matter?
They're
all joyless people. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say their names are all pretty ironic.
Yeah, in the words of was it George from Dead Like Me? Who had the balls to name you Joy?
I absolutely love that show. Thank you, Tier.
That was a brilliant show.
It was. I will never understand the fascination with parents naming their kids after certain things, or like choosing names after certain things, like Mercedes, and she looks like a fucking Buick.
Oh God, I knew you were gonna bring back that joke. But the theory is that if you name your kid something that you want them to have, if you want them to be rich, name them something that someone rich has. If you want them to be happy.
Named Chastity, it doesn't work.
Usually if you name something like Chastity,
they strip. They're not prostitutes.
Yeah.
They could be chaste.
They're not prostitutes, they're actresses because they're doing it on film.
There you go.
Oh Lord.
No, that is the Christian Science Monitor. That is completely different.
I need to check out this Christian Science Monitor. It sounds very interesting.
It is. It's very interesting. You learn a lot of things. You learn special techniques like buffering and stall.
It sounds like there's a lot of biology that you can discover through this magazine.
If you're ever
it's a website.
If you're ever studying for the MCAT, need to bone up on your anatomy, that's the site to go to.
That's nice.
Choice of words, Angela. Bone up. Yeah.
I think exactly. I did that on purpose, dear.
In the words of Renyu Wolfcastle, that's the joke.
But again, you got women named Champagne and Cristal. Like,
yes, because their parents wanted them to be rich and party.
no,
I don't
their
understand
parents
I
why.
just wanted them to be alcoholics.
no, their parents were drunks, and they chose names based off of the things they love.
You think they were Native American and they named the kid after the first thing they saw?
Okay, I promise you. No, then their names would be Johnny Walker and
I'm sure
Jim
there's
Beam?
Polistaya.
I'm sure there's plenty of people whose name actually is Johnny Walker out there.
I'm pretty sure Johnny Hellcat, his real name is Johnny Walker.
Yeah,
Just-
I wouldn't be surprised.
We named you after the first thing we saw, a small claims court lawyer.
Oh, wow, she gave birth in
So
small claims
does that mean all
court.
the black
Ouch.
kids would be called CPS?
Yeah, watch this.
Ooh.
Johnny's actual name is like Billy Angel Dog.
No.
my actual name is actually Franklin Delano Royce. What? Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
Johnny
then
sounds fucking better. Mhm.
I'm not going to tell anyone what my real name is because they'll never figure it out.
All right, Terrence.
I
Don't
bet you
worry.
it's something like Shaquisha.
Oh, definitely.
His real name is Fred Quisha. That's why he gets pissed when we were reading the story. But in all
Terry's name
seriousness,
is Shiloh Skywater.
no, that's Tari's Abo name. That's when he dealing with the Abos. That's what he uses. You know, when I'm dealing with crazy chicks, my name is Miat Jarba.
Yeah. My name is always Matt Jarbo.
Whenever I got a court case, what's your name? Matt Jarbo. Monday Mad is what they call me.
Yeah.
First name is not, second name guilty.
I never liked Mundane Matt because he told me in his name that he was boring.
Right.
And he was.
He was. But like I appreciate the honesty, but that's not how you advertise a channel.
No, all right. So Matt was such a cuck, and I'm pretty sure his wife's boyfriend fucks fucks him in front of her. God damn it!
I found System of a Down to be a little too preachy for my liking.
Oh, for some of the stuff, they are way too preachy.
Yeah.
Did you just say that Matt is a cuck because his wife's boyfriend fucks him in front of her?
Yes. Don't ask questions.
I
Just-
feel
just-
like she's
just-
the cuck in that situation.
Just consume product and get excited for more products.
Exactly. Stop
There you go.
asking questions.
More product is more good.
You're over analyzing the joke.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh man.
I wanted to make sure that I didn't misunderstand you.
And to match Jarbo's wife's boyfriend, she understands that, you know, the stuff you do with Matt Jarbo is totally illegal, okay? She understands that.
It is funny when someone like I guess takes a joke like not as a joke and like fact checks you. It's like, yeah, I know that's not relevant. Like I made a joke about the pox blankets with Johnny and Camel, and then someone was like, "Actually, that's a myth." It's like, yeah, I don't care. Like they're not relevant to the joke, whether it's true or not. It's just
Somebody said that's a myth.
Yeah,
That's a lie.
That is bullshit.
but like it doesn't matter whether it's true or not. Is my point. It's like
I wasn't there for the joke. I'm just stuck on somebody's an idiot.
It was
Yeah.
Angela that made that analyzed the joke.
Yeah, no.
Wait, somebody's an idiot? Is this a day ending in Y?
That's
Yeah.
right.
But yeah, it was like I made some blanket joke to Johnny and Camel, and then she was like, "Actually, that's a myth," and then it's like starts telling me like the quote unquote true history behind. It's like, yeah, none of this is important.
That's when I turn around and refer her to Rome Girl.
Oh God! Don't mention Rome Girl.
You'll have to forgive me, lady, but you'll have to miss the part where I gave a damn.
Don't, Lord, don't you ever bring up Rome Girl in my presence. Rome Girl makes my head hurt.
Yeah, but pox blankets don't exist. Kind of is an equal head pain.
Like she said that Rome didn't exist.
Well, Rome didn't exist. That's true. There are no Italians today either.
Because obviously there was no Roman language.
Yeah.
Here's the question: Why did Romans sound like they're English in movies from the 1960s?
Well, because you see the problem.
Because
real
everybody
Romans
sounded English in the 1960s.
No, because real Romans never existed, so English people are the closest match they could find.
Exactly.
I mean,
No,
the
look,
English
all
are
I'm saying
always
is
the English are
only
all
Rome that has ever existed is the B-52 song.
the English are always bragging about the quality of their actors, but couldn't they just fake an Italian accent for once?
No, please, dear God, no.
Mamma mia.
Let me tell you why. Time to kill. Some people should never fake anything.
No, it's gonna be like, Mamma mia, I'm gonna invade your country.
I'd have accepted that, but like
Tomatoes.
we didn't even get that in Time to Kill. Like you had everyone but Nicolas Cage, who is of Italian heritage, not speaking, or it's like he's the only one who can not even fake an Italian accent. Everyone else is pretty well there.
What was the other one? Moonlit with fucking Cher, and they're all supposed to be Italians.
Moonstruck.
Moonstruck, my bad. They're all supposed to be Italians, and they don't. Lord Jesus Christ. So I don't want nobody faking. I don't want nobody faking accents. So yeah.
Oh, then Rotten and I are gonna get in big trouble eventually because we both have a tendency to.
Oh well, that doesn't matter. I like you people. Oh, I like you too. I haven't heard you fake an accent yet.
There was at least one episode where Rotten and I spoke for like a half an hour in an Irish accent.
I didn't hear that. Try it again. Dude, you know what? Speak it Irish to me.
Not right now.
Gosh.
Say to Magora.
Paddy wagon.
No, why are you gotta go and do all those things? Why you gotta go in here and tell me I got a fake an Irish accent? I ain't got a fake an Irish accent to anybody. Fucking Jack coming in here, he's just going in here, he's going like, potatoes. Oh, they sold me Lucky Charms. Fucking
in the words of Danny Boy, this is an Irish accent. Fiddly-dee, potato.
I figured you were going to go, in the words of Danny Boy, the pipes, they're calling.
Yeah.
Danny Boy, the pipes.
Funnily enough, Danny Boy, the comedian, is Scottish, not Irish.
Oh, you said Danny Boyle. I thought you said Danny Boy, like the song.
No, Danny Boy is his like stage name, and he's Scottish. He's not Irish.
There's a difference.
Yeah.
Yes.
There is very much difference.
I know. One comes from Scotland.
One of them.
I'll offend them all. One comes from Scotland, and the other one comes from Ireland. But it's both lands, so I don't give two shits about it. They're British. It's like the Welsh kind of claim they're not British. They're British.
Tell that to someone from the Republic of Ireland. Thank you.
Dave Mustaine actually got in trouble for that. He got tricked into saying one of the IRA's slogans, and he started a riot at one of his concerts.
Ouch. Well, I'm American, so I will say this. I don't care about you're Welsh. Like no, you're British. You're from Ireland, though. You're British. Like
Northern Ireland is British, yes.
If you belong to the kingdom, you're British. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the whole thing. That Angela was pointing out. Northern Ireland, yes, that is part of Britain. The Republic of Ireland, not so much.
Well, those are Irish. I like those people. They're awesome.
Yeah, but there's a very big difference between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. Like they don't like each other. They tend to fight
a lot and blow up each other's buildings and cars.
Yes,
like that.
So like France right now.
But it just reminded me of one of the best tweets I ever saw on I think it was Netflix. Someone had a problem and they were Irish, and the Netflix representative said, "Sorry for the troubles."
And that's now what they call the entire.
Yeah. But they said this to an Irish person complaining about their Netflix account, and they said, "Sorry for the troubles." Obviously, a typo. God! So obviously a typo, but of all the typos to make, you made that to an Irish customer.
That is a social faux pas.
Yeah. All right, so explain that to me.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
Okay, I was just telling you about how they blow up each other's buildings and cars.
Agreed.
The British refer to this as the Troubles.
Yes. The Troubles is like the war between the two parts of Ireland. And so by saying sorry for the troubles to an Irish person, that's some sensitive territory.
I thought they would be more hurt about the potato famine, but okay, I guess that's
that was well, I won't say that was the beginning of the troubles, but that was a high aggravation of the troubles.
Yeah.
I'm like, the more you know.
Look, all I'm saying is if an Irish person asks you to start their car, don't.
Okay, I'll take that in mind. I will file that under advisement because clearly I don't want to die.
If you're in Ireland, you might not want to start your own car.
Damn.
Very true. That's very true. There's a lot of car bombs.
Just walk everywhere. Just
probably smart.
I'm gonna recommend 2 songs for you, Tier.
Okay.
One is a history of what took place, some things that took place during the potato famine. That is The Fields of Athenry.
Okay.
The second is A Pair of Brown Eyes by the Pogues.
Okay.
And that is about the Troubles.
Learning through song. I like that.
And I like to think of the potato famine as, if I can't have fries with my burger, I'm not eating anything at all.
I thought y'all called them chips. So it's nice to see that.
Well, I've got to speak the common language because I'm the only Australian person here.
That's okay. I'm a chips girl myself.
Terry, she's a Jew.
No, but typically in my head, it's burger and fries and fish and chips, even though it's the same potato product in both situations. Because McDonald's is down here, I think of burger and fries rather than burger and chips. But I would still refer to them as hot chips. I would never refer to them as fries, except in the phrase burger and fries.
Doesn't hot chip refer to something else?
No, maybe.
I never heard that one, but okay. But
that sounds
good.
Like during the westward expansion of the United States and the gathering dung for your chip stove. But
Hot Chip is the name of a band. I've heard one of their songs. That's where I got it from.
But I'm about to say, ask Terry, do you guys have potato wedges?
Have what?
Potato wedges.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I'll place that on the list of places I can visit because I refuse to go to any country without potato wedges.
If they have potatoes, you can make wedges.
No, that is true. No, I want to have them authentic Australian potato wedges. I wanted to see
No,
them do
I mean, they're just potatoes cut into wedges and then fried. So
I'm still not convinced your country exists. So I
no,
haven't
it
even.
doesn't.
Huh?
It doesn't. I'm happy to admit that my country does not exist.
Like,
Like the Earth is flat. Where would Australia even go?
I know. Like you're under us.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. We'd fall off if we were actually on the underside of the flat Earth. We'd just fall into space. Obviously,
No. So
No,
Australia
clearly
can't
you would
exist.
be in the upside down.
Yeah.
So have you heard of the infinite regression?
I've heard of it.
So the theory is that the planet is on the back of two
Well, the
elephants.
turtles.
No, it's on the back of an elephant. Then it's like a beaver, an elephant, and then it's turtles. And with that on top of another turtle, and with that on top of another turtle, and with that on top of, dear boy, it's turtles all the way down.
Yeah. That's the turtles. Yeah. I've heard of that, but yeah, it's.
Have you been reading
I-
John Green?
Huh?
Have you been reading John Green?
When you said the world was on the back of the elephants, I thought you were going to start talking about Discworld. It's like, okay, I don't know what that's got to do with infinite regression.
Oh no, I've been. Garrett Hedlund's in chat. Hey, Garrett Hedlund.
Hi, Garrett.
Your boyfriend's not here, so you'll have to go find Moon somewhere else.
Oh damn! Ouch.
He knows who his boyfriend is. I'm not giving away any secrets here.
Not giving away state secrets. Okay. No, I've been reading Nietzsche, and he has eternal recurrence, which is a similar concept to infinite regression. So yeah, that's why I'm a nerd. See me. I think it's time for some asshole stories. Let's do some assholes.
All right. So, what does
Yes,
the asshole think about the banning of terrestrialization?
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh.
Let's do some assholes, everyone.
Right, let's see. So I wanted to get to this one last week, but Mitch just he just makes everything classy.
Well, Angela, it's like you gotta think in this day and age, eating, it's like calling someone a butt licker back in the day was an insult. Now it's just standard.
Yeah. All right, so this one here, I got this one from a God damn it! Every fucking time.
I'm sorry.
So the one I wanted to do got erased. It got locked. So I guess I gotta find a new one. Let's see if I can. This one.
Oops.
Please. Every fucking. Did I? Yeah, I still have it.
Figure out how to do that. Okay, good.
I still have it.
I was gonna say you have to figure out how to do that archive thing that
I did.
Jack Cochran does.
All right. Okay, let's we'll clear the machine and set the scales to 0. Get ready. Am I the asshole for telling my friend I won't get my hair done by white people even though I'm half white?
You don't have to get your hair done by anyone you don't want to have doing your hair. That's fine.
Yeah, find someone who you like who does your hair right and go there.
Yeah.
And
maybe you're missing out on a tremendous haircut.
Sure, but that's their decision to make.
It depends. Okay. I'm going to say something and it is going to sound racist, but I have Jewish hair and it's a pain in the ass.
You don't have to explain.
If your hair texture lends better to someone with similar hair texture, you go to somebody with that hair texture to do it.
I don't even care on what the reason is. You could be full on racist. If you want to say I'm not letting no nigger touch my hair, fine. That can be your you decide who you want touching your hair. If you don't want a white person touching your hair, don't go to a white hairdresser. I have zero problem with that, regardless of the motive for not wanting it to be done.
Why do we get hung up on trivial things
I
these
don't
days?
know. It's because we're bored and we just want want
life is
something
too
to
easy.
pass.
Life is too easy, so we manufacture problems so that we can think that we're overcoming them.
Otherwise
Yeah.
known as first world problems.
Problems.
Yep, that's it. That's it exactly.
All right. Let me finish. Because this is a pretty short one. All right. I, 19 female, have been friends with Amy, 18 female, since we were in middle school. Amy is fully white, while I'm black and white, or white and black. For a black person, I have extremely light skin tone and very curly hair around
So she's a
4B.
coon. Okay.
Ha! Growing up, pretty much the only white people as we grew up in a very white neighborhood. My mother was white, and it was very hard for my hair to get done by other black people. Since I moved to a more black area to go to many different black hair salons, me and Amy have decided to go to a hair salon together. I figured she might sit or go somewhere else while I get my hair done, but no, we arrived in a known hair salon run by white people, and while she was talking to the stylist, she turned to me and asked, "What hairstyle are you getting?" Go ahead, Gunski.
No, I was gonna say, because if it's run by white people, that's one thing. If the stylist is still someone who knows how to do what they're wanting and is experienced in that's not being racist or anything like that. And the whole thing, it's a big whatever. But Jack's starting to die on us apparently.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah,
No.
I'm falling asleep, guys.
God damn it, Gunski. What up, Green Badger?
Well, I mean, he's not the one who decided to start streaming in the middle of the night. That's your fault here.
Hey, this is the only time I can stream after work.
Just in case we do lose you before the end of the stream, good night, Jack. Sleep well.
Oh, thank you.
Don't
I
sleep.
would just like to wish the opposite, have nightmares and a restless sleep.
I would like to wish the opposite as well.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, all of you, for the well wishes.
I hope every nightmare that you ever have is about
Frosted Glass hosting the corner. Yeah.
Frosted Glass hosting Quippers.
There you go.
Oh.
Nah,
Basically,
Oh.
Jack's going and saying this.
It's time for Poe or No Infinite Edition,
There you go.
where there are infinite genders, and one of them that I made up.
that is your version of hell, isn't it? Forever.
Also, there are now 10,000 caption contests, and you're not allowed to answer any of them.
There you
Oh
go.
God! Wow,
No.
that's harsh.
Rules are rules. It says very clearly on the screen. Jack Gunski prohibited.
Also, there's Mad Libs double prompt edition, and every single prompt is a living thing.
Yeah.
Also, you cannot use the word chunky.
Yes.
Or
I think that should
monkey.
be an actual rule. I think Jack ruined it for everyone. No more chunky.
You can't use any words from around with chunky, monkey, donkey. Can't use them.
Junkie.
All right. Yeah, even that. Let me finish really quick. It's like I said, it's a pretty short one. Where was I? I looked at her a bit dumbfounded, as I thought she would know that I'm not getting my hair done by people in the salon. I told her, "Oh no, I'm going to a different salon to get my hair cut. I don't get my hair cut by white people." She seemed visibly upset and asked me why. I told her that I only trust black people with my hair, and she got extremely upset and stormed out like a child. I followed behind her, and she could still get her hair done, but she didn't want to hear it. She screamed at me and called me a racist, claiming that I'm white so there's no big deal. She left after she fucking learned the format. She left after that, and I called an Uber, and I told her before I don't trust white people with my hair, as once it got done by them before, and they cut chunks of my hair, leaving with uneven, ugly hair. Now I'm home writing this, and she told our friend group, and a lot of them are siding with her. I'm so conflicted. Should I apologize to her or say, or was she in the wrong? I have absolutely no idea. So, am I the asshole?
No.
Look, you might be racist, but I don't have a problem with people being racist as long as if the extent of your racism is not going to a white hairdresser, be as racist as you want if that's all you're going to do with it. I don't care.
I would say that you're an asshole, but you're not the asshole.
I would accept that one. So the reason why I chose this particular one was a coworker of mine who is this. Let's call her militant black woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, read it to me, and I'm like, yeah, she's a racist. Like, how is she a racist? She just doesn't want to get her hair done by white people. Exactly, she's a racist.
But I
don't think that's okay. It is racist in that it is a predetermination that white people don't know what to do with black hair.
Yeah.
The problem is that in a lot of cases, white people don't know what to do with black hair.
Well,
I'm sorry to say that.
But
I turned around and just had my roommate cut my bangs.
A generalization based on rate only the only information you have, and you don't have prior knowledge of except it's just race. That's kind of racism.
Look, it is racist, but honestly, I don't care. I don't.
Yeah.
Like I said, if the worst thing you're going to do with your racism is not get your hair cut by a white person, have fun. I don't care. That's nothing. That's just
agree.
Go do the hairdresser you like. That is not a thing that matters.
Well, this actually is an easy one that goes back to shit I dealt with in the military. And it's the easiest thing to go with is it's not what you said, it's how you said it. Instead of saying,
exactly.
I don't want white people to cut my hair, she should have said, oh no, we're still in the area where my hairstylist is here and I prefer to go to them. Boom.
Yeah.
You have someone you like.
Or how about not saying things like, I don't trust white people to cut my hair?
Yeah. Again, it's all like you said, it's all in the verbiage. Like, no, I have a hair appointment coming up, and I've already paid in advance.
She's unquestionably racist, but I don't care. I think it's an acceptable form of racism. I don't have a problem with someone saying, I'm not letting any white person touch my hair. If that's her opinion, fine. She can just go to a different hairdresser. I don't see an issue.
Understandable, and again, it just
okay.
But
as I was saying, I just had my roommate cut my bangs, and I told her I'm gonna jump in the shower, wash my hair, and you can cut my hair right after I get out, because I know that. Again, I have Jewish hair. If I want my hair to come out even, you have to cut it while it's still wet so that it's still hanging heavy. She's like, oh, we'll wait and let it dry a little bit. And I'm like, well, I can't turn around and... I'm getting my hair done for free. I have to turn around and let her do. What's she gonna do, right? Yeah. And she turned around and cut one chunk so short that I'm like trying to cover it up with the rest of my hair, because I know that my hair has to be cut a certain way if I want it even. And she doesn't realize that because she has that really nice straight white hair.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you're saying, this is how my hair has to be treated, and she's like, no, we'll do it this way instead, I think you're fine to say, you know what, no, it's fine, I'll just pay for the haircut. I'll pay for like a proper haircut. That's fine. It's cool. I wouldn't fault you for that.
All right, so the second one I wanted to read is called...
It's called
Wake Up Jack Gunski.
We're not letting him go to sleep. No, we're not going to let you go to sleep.
Okay.
Am I the asshole?
Perfectly welcome to go to bed anytime you like.
No, he's not.
No, I'm a little more awake now. I can stay for a little longer.
James, are you still alive? You've been silent for a minute.
James is dead,
Yeah, it's fine.
which is terrible because now I'll have to find a replacement for him on Quippers tomorrow.
Well, you know what I'm going to suggest as the solution.
No,
I will
Terry,
log in
no,
twice.
Terry, you cannot play twice. You cannot clone yourself. You cannot pull any sort of hilarious prank, Mrs. Doubtfire style prank, in order to appear twice on the same show.
Well, not with that attitude.
Look, Terry's alt will become Terry, and Terry will become Terry, and it will work somehow. Don't ask questions.
Yeah.
All right, so am I the asshole for calling my sister-in-law and brother whores after my sister-in-law insulted both me and my wife?
Probably.
Depends on the insult.
Are
Yeah,
they
it does.
whores?
That's also relevant information.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say I definitely need context.
Okay, let me continue. My wife, 34 female, and I, 47 male, are staying with my parents, 72 female and 71 male, grandma, 90 female, older brother, 50 male, my brother-in-law, 48 male, their kids, 10 female and 7 male, my younger brother, 40 male, sister-in-law, 38 female, and their kids, 9 male, 7 female, and 4 male, at a beach house we've rented for 2 weeks. I should preface this with saying, frankly, I do not get along with my younger brother, who we'll call Todd, and I do not like my sister-in-law, Anne. That said, I'm still with them, and while I don't see them often, I do love my niece and nephews. Yesterday, my wife, Alice, and I were babysitting our nieces and nephews while my grandma napped and everyone else went to see a movie. Now, once we got here, Alice and I baked cookies for everyone to eat. We baked them later in the evening, and Anne, who works as a personal trainer, told the kids that they couldn't have any. The kids were upset, of course, especially since their cousins were allowed cookies. But Anne was insistent that they weren't allowed to have any of at the time. She and Todd are generally quite strict with the kids' diets, and none of them have any food allergies. In my recollection, they have only been allowed a popsicle once this past week. God damn. While everyone was out, one of the kids asked Alice if they could have cookies. So we gave them all the cookies to enjoy. All right, let me scroll down. Sorry about this. When everyone came home, Anne asked the kids what they did, and one of them mentioned that we gave them cookies. She then told them to play on the beach, where they could watch by my older brother and brother-in-law, and were joined by their cousins, and proceeded to get very bad. She started off just saying that we shouldn't have given them cookies because she hadn't said they could have them. Alice started to apologize and said we just wanted them to enjoy their vacation. But Anne interrupted her and told her that she didn't trust a fat ass with her kids' health. Ooh. Yeah, she started to sound like a bitch.
I'm already gonna say no. They were not the asshole, considering the fact that if you don't want your kids in that whole thing, or to have cookies in that, you're gonna have to explain to them. And if you know that most likely any grandparents, parents, any family or friends are basically gonna do that, get a fucking babysitter, bitch.
Yeah.
That, or don't let your kids be around other people so that way you can actually control their
Did she
diet.
ever actually say, "Don't give my kid the biscuits"?
Well,
she told the kids. She didn't tell Alice.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna go with kind of like what Monkey would do on this one, to where, his daughter would be like, "No, you can't give the girls sweets," and Monkey just be like, "Psh, I'm gonna do it anyways."
Yeah, but like if she told the kid, that doesn't mean anything. Like, did she tell the adult, don't give my kid whatever.
From
And then
from the context of the story, she didn't say that. They didn't tell them.
then how is the adult meant to know not to give the kid cookies?
I mean, I can see the implication if it's very evident that the parents are not giving them any sweets whatsoever, that maybe would want to do the same thing. I think that to ignore that fact, the fact that you were already aware of the context and you were deliberately subverting what they were doing in the first place, I think that kind of is, yeah, the parents are kind of assholes about it, but you knew what you were doing.
How does giving a kid cookies equate to being called to calling your brother and his SO whores?
Well, I can see it from the whole thing of them being like the spouse being the one to be like, oh, I don't have to take whatever advice from some fat bitch. It's like, look, you don't like that they gave him cookies, then you shouldn't have left them around him because, like I said, most family and friends, they're gonna probably do it just to piss you off a bit.
Well, from the context of what I'm reading, when Alice started to apologize, I guess they didn't know. Like it didn't seem like they knew, and this is only after the fact information. But let me read on really quick. It's only a little bit more. Now, I'm absolutely livid. I told her to shut the fuck up. The argument spiraled from there. At one point, Alice said that she never trusted two psychos with her kids. Alice and I met at therapy 11 years ago when we were discharged from the hospital for mental health concerns. Though I'd like to emphasize we weren't there for anything that would even imply that we both was a danger to anyone else. I then told her it was rich for two whores to think that they could ever raise morally healthy children, and was originally Todd's best friend's wife. But the two of them had an affair during which their oldest child was conceived. Then Anne and her husband had what sounded like a really messy divorce. She literally started crying and left. Our family is a bit divided over this. I realized that I was very harsh, but so was she, and I do not think it was her place to dish out what she can't take. Am I the asshole? No, you are not, good sir.
For that whole thing, if you don't like that, again, it kind of goes to the whole thing of it's not necessarily what you said, it's how you said it. You could have easily said, hey, we have a specific way we want to raise our kids for the dietary restrictions, and we don't appreciate what you did. Most likely you would have got okay, we won't let it happen again. And then it might have happened again, and that's when you get into the whole thing. But to pull the whole thing and that whole thing of that whole shit, you got to have your house in order before you start talking shit.
Holy shit, Jack. What up, Hellcat? What I was about to say is don't start shit. Don't throw mud if you can't handle mud being thrown back.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Like you called the wife a fat ass and then called them psychos, bringing up the past that where they met. Like you started this fight. You picked the battlefield and he attacked with what you okay, if we're psychos, then bitch, you're a whore.
That's why, like I said, if you're gonna go in there and you're gonna hurl insults like that, you have to make sure you either use one that's so good that no one has to come back to it, or quite literally that your shit does not stink.
Okay.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, it was kind of two separate issues. There was the children eating the cookies thing, and then there was this totally unrelated argument that just kind of sprung up from it.
Yeah.
And once you engage in the unrelated argument, then all bets are off. You fire shots, you can't complain if shots get fired back.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Stat him up on the James Colley scale of asshole. I'm going to give him a 2. Oh, I'm giving him a 5. He really he's in the wrong. Like you said, it's what's being said, not how it's what's being said. Like he brought up a deep cut, and yeah, it was a deep cut. But she was a bitch. So,
And the words of Johnny Hellcat and several other things. Have you tried not being a bitch?
I think we need to preface that by saying Garrett Hedlund's good friend, Johnny Hellcat.
Well, I know Johnny Hellcat. I don't really know Garrett Hedlund. So, apologies to Garrett and that whole thing. Maybe we'll get to know each other better later on.
I mean, that's Moonshock's boyfriend, so he's
Poor Moonshock.
Dude, I will still say, because I was listening in the corner earlier, when you had the whole thing of like saying, "Oh, I wanted," it's like we should try to get Moon on this stream. I'd have fucked with him more because I'd have been like, "Oh, well, I'm trying to get someone else in the stream. Hey, Moon," and we'd be like, "No, I can't go." I'm like, "I ain't fucking talking to you. I want you to talk to Sun for me."
Deep cut.
Oh, I actually really like streaming with Moon.
Oh, well, it's giving Moon shit because I like him. He's a good dude from what I've seen.
Well, I wouldn't call him a good dude. I mean, he does like Tron. I mean,
that was surprisingly good.
I have a 2 nipple minimum before I'll call someone a good person. So Moonshock just doesn't count.
I mean,
what if it's happy hour, Terry?
How happy can you be with 1 nipple?
I mean, he is a ginger too. I really, I mean, they have no souls, so I don't know.
Well, then what do they do for shoes?
You are correct, Garrett. It is a terrible superhero movie because it's not a superhero movie.
Incorrect. It is clearly a superhero movie.
It is clearly a superhero movie, and it sucks.
True. Also true.
I actually really enjoyed it.
I really did like the first
Now
Tron.
I get why you want to stream with Moonshock.
I liked the second one too. It's just it was a different aspect of the same argument.
It was nice of Daft Punk to let Disney make a movie to their music.
Not. Sorry.
It was very nice of them.
I don't have any strong opinions towards Tron. It's just meh. But it's
I
fun
just
to
love
pretend
giving Moon
it's terrible.
shit.
Yeah, it's fun to pretend it's terrible because it annoys Moon.
I like Daft Punk.
I mean, yeah, like I said, it was nice of them to let them use their music, make a movie to their music.
I kind of don't like Daft Punk, but I only know one of their songs, and it just around the world, around the world, around the world, around the world, around.
Yeah, I actually don't care for that one too much.
Yeah, that's like one of their worst ones.
Literally.
That's one of the ones that you used to like to fuck with someone. I still prefer like robot rock or honestly,
the Discovery album, I would argue, is one of the greatest albums ever made.
Have you ever heard their they did
because like
a remix.
I still like the song Face to Face. Like that's
Face to Face is one of my favorite. And Short Circuit. Alive is a great album.
A lot, yeah. That was really interesting. For those of you who don't know, Alive was their live concert tour, and what they did is they took songs from previous albums and combined them together, and they meshed them. It wasn't just like a mashup. It was like they meshed the songs together into one song,
and that was fucking phenomenal.
They wove them perfectly, you could say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Short Circuit and Face to Face are my favorite songs when they're together.
See, every time I hear Short Circuit, all I can think of is Johnny 5 is Alive.
Yeah, that's where my brain went.
Thank you.
Alive.
You say Short Circuit, and the only songs that come into my head are like,
would you like to
Broadway?
be a pepper too?
Are like Broadway and Downtown, but that was Short Circuit too.
I still like the old. Well, go ahead, Jack.
Oh no, I was going to talk about Random Access Memories. If we're talking
man,
which was a great album, except for Pharrell, who sucks at everything.
Leave Pharrell alone. He does suck at everything, but still, we don't point that out.
I was gonna say with Short Circuit, it still does bring up one of my favorite jokes, the old religious one, to where it's like you have two religious guys and a non-religious guy, so it's like a priest and a rabbi. And they're talking about how much money is supposed to go to God, and the first one says, "We'll draw a circle, throw all the money up that was given into the air, and whatever lands outside the circle, God gets to keep, and the church gets used to what's inside the circle." So the I think I said the rabbi first, or did I said the priest first?
Priest.
Yeah.
So the rabbi says, "No, we'll do the opposite. We throw everything up, the money up, and whatever lands inside the circle goes to God, and whatever lands outside the circle can be used by a church." And the third guy says, "I got a better idea. How about we get rid of the circle? We throw the money in the air, and whatever God wants, He keeps."
Oh man, that's a good one. I'll have to use that one.
And I guess I'm weird because, like, with the random acts, like, I don't hate Pharrell.
I don't hate Pharrell either, but he is annoying.
His music is just so incredibly overrated. It's just repetitive. He finds one hook and he repeats it for like 5 solid minutes incessantly.
Bro, have you not listened to Little John?
Yeah, I
know. Oh,
okay.
No.
Somebody mute Chi.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no.
I have no idea who any of these people are that you're talking about, so I'm just sitting quiet.
I'm going to
Pharrell's
kindly say musicians.
Yeah, Pharrell's
rappers.
Do you remember the song "Happy," Terry?
Yeah.
Because I'm happy. That one.
I remember "Tacky" by Weird Al.
Yes, Pharrell made the original song.
This is what I think of whenever I think of Pharrell.
The only one I can ever think of, and I don't remember if that was Pharrell was in it, was Get Lucky?
Yeah, that was the song he collaborated with Daft Punk on, and it was the worst song on the album.
I like
it.
That
Really
song.
was.
I don't give a shit.
Every time I see Pharrell or think of Pharrell, I just think of this outfit here.
Bro, I think of him playing the gay. I think of him playing the gay dude in Talladega Nights. When Ricky Bobby shows up to go see the former Indy racer and whatnot, and they have Pharrell in there with some guy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like they got him as a guest, but it's like you're not going to get a major part, but you'll at least get like, oh yeah, we can tell he's a guest.
It's nice that movies have guest stars like their fucking TV shows.
Johnny Hellcat brings up a good point. Get Lucky was featured very prominently on Stephen Colbert's show back when he was actually funny and not a piece of shit like he is now.
Oh yeah.
They made a big show of it because the idea was supposed to be that Daft Punk was going to come live on the show, and they started playing Get Lucky a lot on the show with they brought on Bryan Cranston to sing along with it. And then finally the big day arrives when they're supposed to have Daft Punk show up, and they don't show up. So instead, what's his name? Robin Thicke or whatever that guy's name shows up to sing Blurred Lines. Yeah.
I like those blurred lines.
No, it's word crimes is how that goes.
I mean, it's definitely a word crime.
It really is.
Honestly, that song got a lot more hate than it deserved. I think it was just kind of like people were reading into something that wasn't there.
Yeah, I think
it's called people reading into shit.
I think the whole rape culture thing was nonsense, but
yeah,
I'm on board with people hating the song. I'm fine with that.
Oh yeah, I mean it is, believe it or not, another Pharrell collaboration.
There you go. That explains it.
All right, so it's like the baby, it's cold outside. Like that's not a rape song. She wants to stay, but she's just trying to make it like she doesn't want to stay.
Okay, the entire argument that song is rapey irritates the shit out of me because the entire point of that song, it is an anti-feminist song.
Well, the whole
It's
point is that,
anti-feminist because during that time period, you had to make up some bullshit like you were too drunk in order to choose to stay with the guy you wanted to stay with.
She the whole point is that she wants to stay, but she needs a socially acceptable reason to do so.
Exactly.
Because otherwise she'll be branded as a whore. And so she's saying, well, I have to leave, but talk to me.
What's in this drink?
It's too cold outside. I guess I have to stay here.
It's the timeless art of seduction. For the Seinfeld fans in the audience.
Yeah.
But see, the problem is people don't put things within context. Like you said, the argument, the song is a product of its time. She wants to stay, but she has to make up the excuse for staying. If the song was made today, all right, let's fuck.
Yeah. If the song was made today to be wet ass pussy.
Sadly, yes. I really hate that you did that, Terry, because that is one of my favorite songs at Christmas time.
Granted,
and now it's broken.
Well, granted, with Wet Ass Pussy as well, if you're going to go with that whole thing, you got to think there were songs that were just as dirty that are as old, if not older, than Baby It's Cold Outside.
There's some whores in this house.
No, quite literally, there's well, hold on. I cannot remember the name of the song, but someone actually went into it, like of how there was a song produced by a black woman in that whole thing that basically was like the chorus or some of the lyrics in there were basically, it's like, I will suck your dick if you eat my pussy.
Yeah.
And this is back in like the fucking.
Oh, you talking about Automatic?
I don't remember when the fuck it was or who they're called.
Well, it's either the Pointer Sisters and Automatic.
Yeah,
well,
yeah. Automatic was the Pointer Sisters.
I was like I said, this is like an old blues song.
Oh. But you know the song I'm talking about, Terry. Like, Automatic is clearly about sex.
Yeah, of course.
Like, no way to control it. It's totally automatic whenever you're around.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Pointer Sisters. I mean, I'm so excited. It was about sex as well.
Yeah.
What about
more obvious?
Has anyone ever listened to the extended version of Miracles by Jefferson Starship? They basically like fucking orgasm during that song.
There's this, I forget the woman's name. It was some woman that Tonight You Make Me, like the chorus is like, tonight you'll make me a woman. And she played the song for her mother, and her mother was like, hopefully it didn't she was asking her, did it happen like that? And she's like, yeah, that's how it happened.
Oh God.
Like her first time she made a song about her first time.
Right. I think let's just be honest, the most romantic song ever written is Bad Touch by the Bloodhound Gang. You and Me, Baby, ain't nothing but animals. So let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
I also like
poetry.
Throw it back now.
I would also say from them as well, there's also Foxtrot Uniform Charlie Kilo. Just
God,
kiss.
I hate you all.
Yeah.
Foxtrot Uniform Charlie Kilo.
If I get you in a loop,
yes,
I make it. Oh fuck! I can't. All I remember is the in lieu of the innuendo, in the endo, my Nintendo.
Yeah.
My Brazilian Waxco edit. Don't be prophetic when I decide to beat around the bush.
Yeah. I mean, fire, water, burn. I wish there's something like, I'm not black like Barry White. I'm white like Frank Black.
We're going to forget the lyrical genius of like Asia with Heat of the Moment.
Heat of the Moment.
Also in that song Fire, Water, Burn, there is I could take the heat because I'm the other pig meat.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's a lot of
James is alive.
In the Bloodhound Gang songs, there's always a lot of suggestive lyrics. That is their thing.
I hate you.
And then don't forget Pac-Man freebasing and which one is it?
Okay, I'm trying my best to stay awake, but then someone says Pac-Man freebasing, and I feel like perhaps I'm just falling asleep.
Hey
and
kids, hey guys.
No, there's a song
that actually happened.
Yeah, that's in the. It's in one of their music videos, actually in one of their songs.
What?
The whole oh shit, here comes Pac-Man again.
I've never heard of that band. Sorry.
Bloodhound Gang?
I've only heard one song from the Bloodhound Gang, and that's You and Me, Baby Ain't Nothing But Animals.
You need to listen to more. They are great.
I'm okay.
Well, one thing I like about the Bloodhound Gang, they ask a question and they answer it. Why is everybody always picking on me? Because you run like a girl and you sit down to pee. They actually tell you the answer to the question.
They also have, the inevitable return of the Great White Dope.
Wow.
I also like
Dear
Chasey Lane.
Another listen.
How the whole thing is actually like a it's supposed to be like almost a parody of Stan from Eminem, but instead of writing to a hip hop artist, they're writing to a porn star.
The fuck.
And like the whole chorus is, "You've had a lot of dick, I've had a lot of time. You've had a lot of dick, Stacy, but you ain't had mine."
That's brilliant.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Do we have another asshole story?
I think we do, but I'm gonna enjoy this conversation.
Just quick. Green Badger said, "Did Bloodhound sing lap dance?" If you mean a lap dance is so much better when the stripper is crying, then yes, that was the Bloodhound Gang.
God damn it!
And they made it sound
And also
country.
there's Frank Zappa.
Yeah. Lap dance.
Why does it hurt when I pee?
Strippers cry.
Oh.
Frank Zappa had pretty much the filthiest shit imaginable.
I've rarely heard Zappa songs,
Including his children.
What?
I said including his children.
Yeah.
I mean, we have an album by Frank Zappa that's literally called "Did I Offend Someone?"
Probably.
And it features a song called "Bobby Brown Goes Down." And I can tell you right now, just look up the lyrics to that song. It is one of the filthiest things you've ever heard in a song.
There's a Monty Python song, "You Can't Play This Song on the Radio," and it's just like basically swearing on as much as possible on purpose, like as a fuck you to the censorship board that censored them.
Nice.
Yeah, that's how some of them do it.
There you go. That's how you do it. I got one. Okay. All right. Let's see. Please. All right. Great. It's only a short one. This will make Angela happy. All right. Am I the ass?
That's what he said.
Powering down. Just. All right. Wait a minute. Am I the asshole for being for the fuck? Learn to English.
I really hope the next word is black.
I was thinking the same thing. Am I the asshole for being black? Yes.
No.
There's other reasons. That's just a bonus.
Am I the asshole for ending friendships over a sleepover?
Maybe.
Context?
It depends.
We're resetting the scale and zeroing it out. All right. I, 18 female, previously planned a group sleepover with a few of my friends, all 18 female. However, I locked my keys in my office at work, so I consequently didn't have a ride to said sleepover. I said this in a group chat, honestly expecting someone to give me a ride as they all have cars. Instead, they said they'd give me rides to something else planned for the next day, in which is a big thing, not the sleepover for just our friends. Edit. And just for context, my friends have not had rides to sleepovers. God damn it, child. Learn to fucking edit. Just for context, my friends hadn't had rides to sleepovers, and a ride is always offered for them. It's just they did. they didn't do it for me, and I basically chauffeured them around for a year. They also didn't invite me, one other friend who was waiting for the sleepover, and communicated they had done this before many times, and
Then it-
I
Keep going.
can't post SS, but I basically asked for a ride, laughing my ass off. So later that night, I saw a picture of the three of them hanging out with two guys. So I texted them in the group chat and asked if the sleepover was still on, and they said they decided amongst themselves without asking anyone else to cancel. I just said okay. One of them texted me and asked if I was upset, and I said yes, and that was rude. And then they basically told me that it wasn't intentional, and that was all that just happened. I, however, feel very hurt about it and told them I don't want to hang out anymore because I don't want to be around people who don't want to take other feelings into account or attempt to return favors to them. Bitch, you're the asshole because you can't fucking read or write.
I'm with Badger on this one. A sleepover at 18, especially from what it sounds like you're out of high school.
Yeah. No, I think there's an important piece of context that we're missing. How do they feel about the ban on terrestrialization?
No. I don't think she can read, let alone understand what terrestrialization is. Or she surely can't fucking write. I think she's the asshole just on that matter alone. But
yeah,
if they don't want to do shit, they're teenagers. God, calm down, kid.
I would say that no, she's not an asshole. She's an emotional teenager. It happens. It's a phase. But then again,
I would counter that by saying teenager and asshole are synonymous.
Yeah. But then again, I would also say that her friends sound like total bimbos, and I wouldn't personally hang out around them anyway on account that they're bimbos.
Yeah,
I was gonna say it sounds to me like she dodged a bullet.
You hang out with two himbos.
Yeah.
I mean, Terry Bot and Moonshock.
Well, it also sounds like she's hanging out with people who wait for her to initiate things, and that's the only way she ever gets anywhere with them. So pretty much, unless she goes and initiates whatever that she's trying to do to spend time with them, most of them won't even contact her. So honestly, she should bite the bullet and let it go. Just let them go entirely.
Well, that's what I mean, though. They're bimbos.
Yeah. No, I agree. Better off without them. Whether she's the asshole or not, she's better off without these friends.
Okay, where does the top of the scale went out again? I can't remember.
15. Tops off at 15. It bottoms out at -5.
Although then again, you know, what's that?
No, go ahead.
This is a.
Go
ahead.
I was gonna continue the thing. What were you gonna say, James?
This is a 5 on a scale. It's pretty mild. And to be honest with you, here's why. First off, I'm disappointed there was no pillow fight.
No
measuring
boots. This started off. This fucking started off like a Penthouse Forums article. You know?
I'm pissed off that there was no breast measuring contest, or
what is
that's
wrong
what I'm pissed
with
off.
you?
I mean, am I the only one sitting here
wrong
expecting them
with
to
you?
fucking try to raise a demon?
Yeah.
Isn't that what women do with sleepovers?
No, that is what a sleepover is for. Thank you, Ron.
Exactly.
I was just gonna say the one holdout I have about all of this is that, and this doesn't speak to any particular direction, but more like it's just a general observation. Women are weird about being friends with other women.
Yeah.
Am I the only one who's noticed that? That
women are weird.
girlfriends.
You can just end the sentence there. Women are weird.
Thank you.
That so-called girlfriends are just like really weird, and the relationship dynamics are kind of creepy in a way.
Well, you gotta remember.
Okay.
James left. Oh my god.
No.
Angela, enlighten me.
Okay, first, Green Badger. Sleepover at 18 means they're planning on drinking and they have to have a person's house to have as a home base.
Speaking from experience?
I was not a drinker at 18. The only times I had drank prior to that had actually been with my mom and her
it's
husband.
okay. There's no YouTube rules against drinking. You can be honest.
I am being honest. My mom and my stepdad are the ones that I drank with when I drank before I was of age.
I'm gonna need a fact check on this.
I've got to remind myself that for you guys, the legal drinking age is 21. Because I hear drinking at 18 is like, yeah, everyone does.
Everybody
That's
does.
what
yeah.
you do when you turn 18. Everyone gets pissed on their 18th birthday.
Yeah,
that's the drinking age for Cali, Australia.
Yeah.
Pretty much for the only country.
They're drinking like 16.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but if you're old enough to die for your country, you're old enough to drink.
I agree with you.
That's a whole other
Jack.
can of worms.
I
don't want to
totally
get
agree
into
with
right
that.
now.
You shouldn't be able to shoot at people for your country and not be able to drink afterwards when you're dealing with the remorse. Now, again, sleepover at 18 means that you need a home base for when you're all drunk and don't want the other person's parents to find out. The next thing was women are fucking weird. You're not wrong. In this particular case, she's not an asshole because she broke off her friendship with these people because these people were not her friends. She was an asshole for thinking she was friends with them for as long as she was when it's literally only been them using her for rights.
Yeah, that's
a dumbass.
That's stupidity.
Yeah.
And stupidity.
What do you think makes you an asshole? Being an idiot for that?
No, malicious intent.
An asshole.
No. What makes you an asshole is malicious intent and being James Colley.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would agree with those conditions.
Okay, exactly. In that case,
they're the same thing.
In that case, I'd say she's a 0 on the asshole scale, but a 15 on the dumbass scale.
Yeah,
25 on the dumbass scale.
Yeah, I would in this case call it the bimbo scale. She is the biggest bimbo of all, but her friends are also bimbos. Everyone's a bimbo in this particular scenario.
In this scenario, there are nothing but bimbos.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
NOB is nothing. Oh, NBB is nothing but bimbos.
And it's not like he was even saying that during the whole freaking sleepovers that they were experimenting, as the kids would put it.
Oh God.
We were just experimenting. We had a phase.
Experimenting. How else do you expect them not to realize that they're not supposed to mix certain alcohols together because that'll make them vomit? Jeez, get your mind out of it. Y'all are a bunch of degenerates.
Oh, my bad.
I led you there just so I could do this.
I will not be called a degenerate by a fellow degenerate.
Yeah, well, I wear that with a badge of honor.
Yeah, James and I were on the same page.
I'm not a degenerate, sir. This week,
clipping their fingernails.
I am.
Actually, you are a filthy degenerate because I have yet to hear a Terry Diamantis Pokemon story, and I think we need about 5 of them.
No. Terry, episode 20, you can get 1.5. Just 1.5 because I need to prepare mentally for my convention.
1.5, she says.
Okay, Johnny Hellcat mentions tongue buttering the turtle cave. It's been a few years now, so I'm just going to come out and say it. That joke was always cringy and lame. It was a stupid fucking joke the minute it was created. I don't know why it caught on the way it did.
Because it's just weird.
Because there was a bunch of degenerates in his chat that also love beating to death a dead joke.
Well, I think, it's just some jokes will be like grow legs and carry on. Like the Jack Cochran and Camel are the same person joke is incredibly stupid, and it persists to this day.
It's stupid, but it's so absurd on its face. That's what makes it funny. Tongue buttering the turtle cave is just it's a try hard. It's just not funny at all.
Yeah, no, I never thought it was
Just like
funny.
Will Forge's Johnny Hellcat with glasses.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, man.
So I'm not sure. So say there's only one. Will Forge and Johnny Hellcat are the same person. It's just
Yep. That's true.
sometimes he wears glasses and sometimes he doesn't.
Right.
It's
And
like Clark
we
Kent.
also know that
No, it's a reverse Clark Kent. It is literally.
No. We also know that Willett Forge and This Is Kyle are also the same person because
That's
they keep
true.
swapping their names around on Quippers.
This is Forge and Willie Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you're trying to tell me is that Johnny Hellcat is actually 3 different people.
At least. At minimum 3. He's also Garrett Hedlund, I have reason to suspect.
God damn it.
He's basically like Eddie Murphy, the Eddie Murphy of our sphere. He plays all the roles.
There you go.
So let me get it straight. All right, I just want to get it straight. So Johnny Hellcat, one of his personalities, he has multiple personalities. He has Garrett Hedlund, which is Moonshock's gay boyfriend. Yeah. He has Willett Forge, which is his inner black man. This is Kyle, and then he has Hellcat Original, which is his supervillain form. God damn it!
Don't forget, even Johnny Hellcat has spoofs of himself.
Yeah,
So,
Johnny Hellcat is like Fred Savage from that one Family Guy episode.
That has been confirmed.
Do you remember the episode where you actually find out who the City Walk guy is?
Oh, how he's actually just a white guy, not Japanese, because he's currently insane. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And he ends up being like so many different people.
So that's Johnny Hellcat in a nutshell?
That's exactly who Johnny Hellcat is.
Wow.
He's also the therapist.
So when young Johnny Hellcat with Jonathan Sweetkins, him in that hat, he killed somebody and it split his mind.
I thought we decided Hellcat was Johnny Walker.
No.
That's another persona.
That's just another persona. Like the Hellcat mythos is extensive. You have a lot of characters and a lot of threads you got to connect and how they formed. You know, Johnny Hellcat is one of the first psychopathic personality with all the crazy in it. And then you have, this is Kyle and Willett Ford and Garrett Hedlund, and you got some other people that we haven't discovered yet. It's all connected.
Remember, he's the Red Man of Mystery.
Like,
wow.
Have anybody ever played Killer 7?
Oh, I love Killer 7. That is awesome. And it has one of the best sex scenes in it.
Hellcat is Killer 7. Hellcat is literally the old man in Killer 7. Suda 51's game, that's who he is.
Oh, Killer 7 is phenomenal. And like I said, it has one of the best sex scenes in it whatsoever.
God damn it.
I mean, honestly, have you played that far to see that scene?
No, I haven't played that far to see that scene.
Oh, it is phenomenal. You'll love it.
Well, again, I'm not a huge fan of Suda 51. His games tend to boggle my mind and not in a good way.
Uh-huh.
I believe Suda is on some crack. God damn it!
But Killer 7 is a phenomenal game. I love it.
Lord Meowington.
Wow.
Oh dear.
See, we found another Hellcat personality. He's gone mad with power.
Mad, you say?
This is his British form.
We're all a bit mad here.
Yeah.
We all float down here.
Wrong book.
Anyway, it's 2 a.m., guys. I gotta get out of here.
Fine. Rotten.
Okay.
You know what to do. No, not hentai.
It's always time for hentai.
That was awesome.
Rotten, what movie are we doing tonight?
Amos and Andrews, I believe what it's called.
All right, Amos and Andrew. Rotten has his Rod movie reviews, which will be Sundays about the same time as this show. It's usually we watch a movie first and then we review it. We are doing the works of Nicolas Cage. You can find us in Johnny Hellcat's general Discord if you want to join us for it. Angela, will you be on Quippers tonight?
No, I will be working.
Oh.
I will. And I'm going to the gym early to make sure I can go.
Yeah, I got 3 people on. I still need a 4th. I have Dracona, 6, and Rotncorpse.
Rotten will be on Quippers tonight with Terry Bot, Jack Gunski, and the old man over there. I don't remember his name.
Can I interrupt for a second?
Huh? Yeah, sure.
Can you try and get a hold of Kefki and see if she wants to do it?
Do you think you'd be able to do it?
I'll try and get a hold of her because I would like to offer her as tribute for this.
Oh,
Offer
sure,
her
yeah.
a tribute.
Yes.
The only reason I suggested is that you talk to her a little bit more, and I don't exactly know. I don't know which method to use to contact her.
Sometimes she watches, does Twitter, and that's the only way I know to get a hold of her.
Oh.
So.
Well, if you send her a message, you can tell her I'd love for her to be on.
Offer her as tribute. God damn.
I'll try and get a hold of her here shortly.
Cool.
Terry Bot has his. Sorry. Rotten also is doing Talking Into Void. He's on episode 7?
Yes, and I should be doing that on Tuesday. Even though I have the gym, I'm going to start doing that as a Tuesday thing.
All right, so that'll be his Tuesday night thing. It'll probably be most of the Midnight Crew, sans Terry Bot. And
you can also watch some of the other dumbass videos I've made.
Oh yeah, he makes short videos which are fucking hilarious sometimes.
Sometimes they're short, sometimes they're like 15 minutes long with like 30 outtakes, it seems like.
James will be on Quippers tonight with again Tarbot and Gunski and Rotncorpse.
Quippers tonight, like Quippers tonight.
Go to hell! I'm wrapping it up. Damn it.
It's always an awesome time.
Ty will also. He's on the corner. He's on Hammer's Minions Night, which is Wednesdays. He's on.
There's very few streams Terry is not on.
Yeah, he's on Mr. Adams Wednesday night. He's on Hellcat stream some days. He's also on Six of Silvers, and he's here. Where else are you? The Corner Fridays with Gunski.
I was even on Irving Twins' channel earlier today, so I've been everywhere, man.
The stream whore is the stream whore.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gunski has his Quippers, which is Sunday nights about 6, 7, if I'm not mistaken. 7 o'clock, sorry.
Yes, I am on Sunday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern. That's 4 p.m. Pacific, 12 a.m. if you live in England, and I think it's 1 p.m. Bora Bora.
No one cares about those timelines.
What would the time be if you were, say, somewhere not here?
What would the time be in China? I think your Chinese viewers would like to, when they can find you.
No. What time would it be if you were questioning the ban on terrestrialization?
Oh my
Jeez.
gosh.
Terry Bot.
It would be an awesome time. That's what time it would be, Terry.
It would
Wow.
probably be 6 o'clock in China because I know that India is 10 and a half hours ahead of us.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm curious. I want to know now. China time.
Yeah.
All right. So,
China time sounds sort of like a bad slur.
Oh, it's China is exactly 12 hours ahead of us. So
China is asshole.
China is
China's
asshole.
7 a.m.
All right. So, I believe I gotten everybody. So we have a new outro I would like to play now. It's very short. It's fucking hilarious, and it was done by our friend Rotten here. So I'm gonna say good night, and then I'm gonna play for you. So good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Let it. And with that, the Midnight Show has been brought to a close. Get out of here, you little bastards! Fucking little trash-eating pandas. From the Midnight Crew, I told you to get out of here! We'd like to thank you for joining us. I want to fill you bastards full of lead! We'd also like to thank our guests for joining us. That's 3 of you down. How many more of you fuckers are there? Please join us again next week. I'll keep shooting. I got a lot of ammo.